Hello everyone and welcome back to the course. Next we'll learn about the key features of PostgreSQL. So PostgreSQL is a database system and it is packed with functionalities to make your life as a developer easier. I'll break it down into simple terms and explain everything that you need to know. PostgreSQL is free to download. PostgreSQL is open source, which means that you can download it for free from the official website. And also it is compatible on several operating systems like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, or even Unix systems like AIX or Solaris. It is also compatible with various programming languages and it supports languages like C, C++, Java, Python, etc. It's a database that understands all the popular programming languages which are out there. Okay. Data integrity is another feature of PostgreSQL, and PostgreSQL takes data integrity very seriously. And it ensures that your data is clean, accurate, and consistent. And this is done by supporting features like primary keys, unique constraints, foreign keys, and explicit locks. For example, let's say you have a database table of students, and each student has a unique student ID. With PostgreSQL, you can define the student ID column as a primary key, which makes sure that no two students have the same ID. Okay. PostgreSQL also has a powerful SQL feature. So PostgreSQL supports a wide range of SQL features to handle complex tasks like handling complex SQL queries, subselects, which are like queries within queries, and indexing options to improve your database's performance. For example, imagine you have a database table of customers and you want to find all the customers who made a purchase in the last month. So using PostgreSQL, you can easily write a query that filters the customers based on the purchase date and you get the required information as the output. PostgreSQL also provides extensibility as a feature, and that is why it allows you to customize and improve its functionality. Because of this feature, you can write stored procedures and functions in different programming languages. You can also create custom data types and even connect to other databases. Let's say you want to perform a complex calculation on your database record. By using PostgreSQL, you can write a stored procedure in a programming language like Python or PLPGSQL, and you can execute it directly within the database. PostgreSQL is also secure and reliable. Okay, data security and reliability are one of the top priorities of PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL provides us with access control mechanisms and also supports various authentication methods. And you also get features like column level and row level security. It also ensures reliability through features like active standbys, which is used for disaster recovery, and write ahead logging for data durability. For example, say you're storing sensitive customer information like email address and password. By using security feature, you can set up access control to make sure that only authorized users can access that information. Internationalization is another important feature of PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL supports international character sets, which makes it suitable for multilingual applications. It allows you to handle different languages, accents, and case sensitivities. For example, a website that caters to users from different countries is using internationalization feature of PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL supports multiple procedural languages, and because of this, you can write your own code and execute it within the server of the database. PL/PGSQL is the standard procedural language for PostgreSQL. It is similar to SQL but with additional programming capabilities. You can use PL/PGSQL to write stored procedures, functions, and triggers. And it is like having a special language designed specifically for PostgreSQL. For example, if you want to create a stored procedure that calculates the total sales of a product based on its quantity and price, using PL/PGSQL, you can write a function that takes the necessary inputs and performs the calculations and then returns the result. Okay. PLTCL stands for Procedural Language TCL. TCL is a dynamic programming language which is known for its simplicity and flexibility. So using PLTCL, you can write stored procedures and functions using TCL syntax. Suppose you want to write a stored procedure that processes a list of customer names and performs some operations on each name. So using PLTCL, you can write your own function that iterates through the list and performs the desired action. PL Perl is another procedural language that is supported by PostgreSQL, and it allows you to write stored procedures and functions using Perl programming language. And Perl is a powerful and popular language known for its rich set of libraries and regular expression capabilities. With PL Perl, you can make use of the flexibility and expressiveness of Perl with PostgreSQL. Say you want to write a stored procedure that extracts the data from a text file and insert it into your database. With PL Perl, you can write a function that uses Perl's file handling and string manipulation features so that you can parse the file and perform the necessary database operations. PL Python is another procedural language that is supported by PostgreSQL, and it allows you to write stored procedures and functions using Python programming language. Python is widely used for its simplicity, readability, and extensive libraries. With PL Python, you can bring the power of Python directly into your PostgreSQL database. Suppose you want to create a stored procedure that performs complex mathematical calculations on your database records. You can write a function using Python's mathematical libraries and you can perform the calculations efficiently. And apart from standard procedural languages, PostgreSQL also supports several non-standard procedural languages. And these include PL PHP, PL V8, PL Ruby, PL Java, and more. And these languages provide even more flexibility and options for writing custom codes. So PostgreSQL gives you the freedom to choose the procedural language that suits your programming style and requirement. Next, we learn about the advantages of PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL is designed to be user-friendly, which makes it easy for users to get started without requiring extensive training. And whether it's for enterprise or embedded usage, it requires minimal management and maintenance efforts. And because of that, it reduces the burden on administrators. And PostgreSQL is capable of efficiently managing and storing data in a structured manner. Also, PostgreSQL is freely available under an open source license and it allows users to access and modify the source code according to their specific requirement. PostgreSQL can be easily integrated with popular LAMP stack, which is a bundle of 4 different software technologies that developers use to build web applications. So LAMP is an acronym for the operating system Linux, the web server Apache, the database server MySQL, and the programming language PHP, which makes it suitable for executing dynamic web applications. And PostgreSQL is also known for its reliability and ability to handle unexpected events. It ensures data integrity and minimizes risks. Next, we'll discuss the disadvantages of PostgreSQL. Compared to MySQL, PostgreSQL may have fewer compatible open source applications and fewer tools available in its ecosystem. And configuring replication in PostgreSQL can be difficult as compared to some other database systems, because of which it requires additional effort. And since it is not controlled or maintained by a single company, it has fragmented development and resources for support. And PostgreSQL is generally efficient, but it may not always match the speed and performance of other database systems in certain use cases. And in specific scenarios, PostgreSQL may be slower in performance compared to MySQL, especially for certain types of operations. Also, the installation process for PostgreSQL can be challenging for beginners or those who are new to the field of database management system, because of which they may need some additional support and guidance. It's important to note that PostgreSQL has its drawbacks, but still it remains a popular and powerful choice for many users due to its reliability and customizability. In this video, we have discussed about PostgreSQL. which is a powerful open source object relational database management system. And it provides a secure and reliable platform for storing and managing our data. And it also supports complex SQL queries, subselects, foreign keys, triggers, views, and transactions. We also learned about this feature called as multi-version concurrency control, MVCC, and also we got to know that PostgreSQL is written in C programming language and runs on various operating systems and is compatible and accessible through different platforms. PostgreSQL's strength is in the fact that it has extensive support for multiple programming languages, which includes PL, PGSQL, PL, TCL, PL, Perl, etc. Along with many advantages such as being free, customizable, and highly reliable, it also has some limitations, which includes a relatively smaller ecosystem of open source applications as compared to MySQL, and complex replication setup, as well as potential performance issues in certain scenarios. Even then, PostgreSQL remains a popular choice for developers and organizations that want a database management system with rich features.